yesterday was Valentine's Day. I have my girlfriend here. So this would be the perfect time to talk about this article from the Wall Street Journal. Headline, your girlfriend asked you to peel an orange. It's a trap.
Yes. I'm rubbing my hands together. I have not read this article, but we were like pre-discussing it just a little bit. And I was like, I love traps. I love tests.
Yeah.
I'm beaming.
Yeah, you were. You were beaming the other day when you said, you don't need to get me a Valentine's Day present. You've done so much. We're out here in LA together. So, really no need to get me a present.
Hey, I did mean that.
Sure. Women sure you did. We'll never know if you really did because I got you a Valentine's Day present.
They're kind of like those restaurants that are using AI tests. There's just an indecipherable test, several every day. Will you remember the bowl place that she wants to go to?
Do you identify more with the guy who has a girlfriend or the guy who doesn't have a girlfriend?
I'm done with women and sex and tests.
Sex tests?
No, regular tests.
Oh,
like
I thought you said sex tests.
You have to remember which Roku City background she likes, or she'll throw a lamp at you like the Lockhorns.
So this is in the Wall Street Journal. A tip for all the lovers out there: if your beloved asks you to bring them a peeled orange, do it. The orange peel test, as seen in videos swarming social media, aims to determine whether a romantic partner is willing to perform tiny acts of service, even if the other person is perfectly capable of peeling their own orange. It's one of several love litmus tests gaining traction online as TikTok users and Instagrammers post videos of their partner's passes and fails. Far from scientific or even fair, these tests give people bragging rights and the latest way to put every aspect of life online for approval.
I desperately we got to go outside right now and get an orange for unspecified reasons.
Yes, my dear. I'll be right back.
This is how I should get into TikTok, is by making cute, my boyfriend, did he or did he not peel the orange? Like I tried to
talk about Stanford prison experiments.
Yeah, I tried to make a TikTok with my dog a while back, where the cool thing at the time was to give your dog an egg and like see what they did with it. And I just kept shoving this egg at the dog's face, and he just didn't do anything with it. I know. So maybe this is my way in.
You guys should speaking of golden age social media trends with pets, you guys have so many cats to do the Quran challenge with.
Yes, that's true.
What is the Quran challenge?
You know the Quran challenge?
I should.
Okay. The Quran challenge is it's one that purports, obviously, cats, sort of revered creatures in Islamic cultures. I follow a lot of Instagram accounts that are like just mosques and turkeys in Turkey that just are filled with cats.
I think that's absolutely
like an imam is leading a call to prayer and a cat just starts crawling on his shoulders. It's great stuff, but the cat Quran challenge purports that a cat will step on, if you like put a book in front of it, a cat will step all over any book other than the Quran, which they will like consciously walk around.
I believe it.
I've seen so many videos that prove this is not just a one-off.
Yeah.
I don't know if it works on American cats, but like
unfortunately, our cats were reared as, white Christians.
As they're kafir, they're the infidel.
It is like out of any religion on earth, besides, the Japanese ones, they have the most proof. They have the most proof. But the second most proof out of any religion is Islam. Because that's more moving than anything any Christian has showed me.
Yeah.
Like I could, if I put a Bible on the ground, any type of animal would do anything to it. But like I've just, the Quran challenge has been replicated thousands of times with the same result.
Well, I feel like the only Christian equivalent would be like to put down a crucifix, and then one of our cats actually would do piss Christ. But it would also be on the carpet.
Yeah, unfortunately, our cats are getting their federal art funding revoked because of their shabby treatment of Christ. So going on, it says here, the videos typically begin when a woman, the tester is almost always female, the tested, male, asks her boyfriend for an orange.
Men are so tested. They're so tested.
Asks her boyfriend for an orange. Peeled, please. His response ideally is, yes, dear. He stops whatever he's doing, even if he's in deep work or running out in a hurry, and soon presents ready to eat citrus. Clementines count. Sometimes he'll arrange the wedges.
Clementines are way easier to peel, by the way.
Yeah, they are. Like a sort of looser skin.
Yeah, peeling an orange really sucks, and most oranges suck these days, unless they're from Florida. So just a little side note.
He stops whatever he's doing. Sometimes he'll arrange the wedges in a fun shape, like a sun or a face, or say something like, a cutie from my cutie. Oh, pathetic.
Oh my God.
He's just failed the man test.
Yeah.
Okay, here's another one. In the bird test, someone notices, say, a bird out the window and bids his or her partner to come look. Failing to spring to the beloved's side suggests, according to the online peanut gallery, not caring about small things that matter to the other person.
See, this one I actually have done, not knowing it's a test. But you mostly do look.
I want to see a bird.
Yeah, you want to. It's often like a cool bird, like a hawk, flying around Brooklyn. Other times, you'll be like watching ESPN, and I'll have to say Will, hawk a bunch of times. So I would say that's a
pass.
It's pass fail. You're about 50-50.
That's a pass. Okay, Catherine, this is another one. This is another one for you here. Then there's the ketchup challenge.
Oh. Hold me back. The Heinz ketchup test should be called.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's your test. It's like, oh, honey, could you go out and get me some ketchup?
If you go home with someone and they have Hunt's ketchup in the fridge, don't fuck them. Do not fuck them.
In the refrigerator.
Yeah, girl, you deserve way better than a guy with catsup in the refrigerator, okay?
But it says, okay, then there's the ketchup challenge. One person purposely spills some ketchup on the counter and asks his or her partner to clean it up. Results are mixed. Some partners stand there in disbelief at the pooling ketchup. Others clean it up in a flurry of paper towels. Most relationship texts lack scientific backing, but are irresistible anyway. The current crop differs from online quizzes or questionnaires in Cosmo because they're happening in real life.
All right, I've got a couple, if you want to kick that test up to a varsity level, girls, I got you. The real ketchup test is, does he leave ketchup, kind of around the inside of the lid? That's the real test, which boys love to do. They never clean it up.
The lid of what?
The lid of, like the
screw
pop-up,
top.
the pop-up top. No, not the screw top. We're not talking about restaurant.
Yeah,
the plastic kind of hinge.
Oh, it's like the little nozzle has like
Chris is nodding.
dried
Yeah, so you get
ketchup.
So then it ends up the next time you open it, there's like crusty ketchup when you pop it open.
Okay.
Perhaps the ketchup squirting nozzle is crusted over and you can't get a clean ketchup screen.
See, Chris understands.
Well, he's married.
Well, because he understands. That's
Believe me,
why.
I am the one keeping fastidious care of the various sauce receptacles in my fridge.
You can just buy a new one.
Thank you.
Yeah. What's so bad about the solid ketchup? What if you sprinkle it on the fries? That's like something an astronaut would do.
Or like turn it into a dust and then like rim like a drink, like a margarita or something with ketchup dust.
Men will literally be inventing ketchup dust to garnish margaritas because they don't want to wipe off a little bit of ketchup that they put on the flip top lid.
Well, I mean, Catherine here, like let's be real here for a second. The ketchup challenge would never happen in our household because the idea that you would waste any Heinz 57 on a foolish TikTok test of me is simply unbelievable.
And the fact that I would even leave, making sure there's a steady supply of Heinz 57 up to you or AKA up to chance would never happen. I'm buying in bulk. I'm always got a backup.
The squeeze bottle is, I don't know, it just sets you up to fail. I really, the glass Heinz bottle, that's a mark of quality.
Do you have a glass Heinz bottle?
No,
You don't really seem like a ketchup guy.
No, I like it, but I associate the glass bottle with a restaurant experience.
Yeah, definitely.
And then you got to
It should
use
be
like
for a special occasion.
I found out the diner, we have a beloved neighborhood diner in our neighborhood in Brooklyn. I don't want to give too much away, but I found out recently through accidental detective work that they've been filling their Heinz things with Hunts. And I was like, ooh, I gotta, oh man. Obviously, I have filed a complaint with the joint FTC-CIA task force about this.
Catherine got it closed down.
Yeah. It's a health code violation, actually. Excuse me.
Well, they're giving you catsup without your consent. They're passing
they sure
ketchup
are.
off
Yeah,
as,
vaccinate this.
catsup. So it says here, Cynthia Wang, a lifestyle content creator in San Francisco, recently tried the orange peel test on her husband, who isn't active on social media and is oblivious to TikTok and Instagram trends.
He's already losing. He's already losing if she's a content creator and he's not on even
He's
anything.
not even a subscriber. He peeled the orange, then broke it in half so it was easier to eat. In other words, A+. Wang, 29, says that the test made her feel grateful. A lot of girls didn't get their orange peeled, she said.
Yeah, that's because ladies don't be getting their orange peeled enough, if you know what I mean. That's why you're getting mad about oranges, okay? Peel your lady's orange.
No, but I mean,
That's
like,
one of the most disgusting things I've ever said. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and what would that be a euphemism for? Like female circumcision?
Oh,
Like you're peeling something?
citrus
I
rinds.
don't know. You don't have to be so literal about it.
Citrus rinds were used as makeshift diaphragms in earlier eras of human history because the acid is a sort of a natural spermicide. Now you know.
Dead air. I don't know what to say.
Create some crickets.
I think that
Nice.
like the male version of all these tests is my favorite guys. The fetish guys who their thing is getting trapped in a latex suit or like a latex box that a woman farts into.
Wait,
That's the
they-
guy version of this.
So what's the test?
Will you fart into the small mouth hole? You know, will you zip me up in my latex suit? Will you?
Can you indulge my fetish without killing me?
Yeah,
Well, that doesn't really. That's. I don't know. That doesn't-
I love those guys. Those guys are all obviously the suits are very expensive.
Oh
Those
yeah.
guys are all like high earning professionals.
Yeah, you got to commit to that lifestyle. I think you also kind of need like a vacuum sealer.
Yeah.
Yeah, to form it just around like a straw sticking out of your mouth.
Have you ever seen the one where the guy is?
But enough about my Valentine's Day. Heyo.
Have you ever seen the one where the guy is like he's like in a box basically? Like you see the outline of his body sticking out.
I have not seen this.
It's horrifying and great, but he's like it's basically like he's in a kneeling position and you see the outline of his body in latex. It's sort of like it's hard to describe with the shape of the thing, but like basically just his outline with a little hole and the woman farts into it.
She's not even getting oxygen then. He's just getting like methane.
These guys.
Man cannot survive on methane alone.
Well, I mean, with practice, practice makes perfect.
I think it's like, diving or something. There's a science to it.
You can kind of train your lungs. You don't want to get the bends if you start breathing too much pure oxygen too quickly.
The diving bell and the butterface. Give me crickets again.
I'm going to pull those down a little faster now. There we go.
But going back to your show where he says a lot of girls didn't get their orange peeled. And, whether that's a euphemism or not, I think we can take this as being very literal here. A lot of girls didn't get their orange peeled.
Will, would you have peeled the orange?
Oh, I mean, like, I don't know. Like, obviously.
No,
yeah.
that's a no. He would not have peeled the orange.
This does very much sound like the ribald dialogue of a pre-code movie of being like, well, Johnny wouldn't peel my orange at all. Maybe I'll take myself across the street for Sam. He'll peel my orange 3 times a day.
Come on, see me sometime. Peel my orange.
Kerry Mulligan and Maestro. Oh, yeah, you simply must peel my orange for me. So it says, going on, it says, Kylie Cochran recently put Jake
Made up name.
Kylie Cochran and recently put Jake Dicker, her boyfriend of 2 years,
Both of these names
to
are
the
fake.
catch-up test. He passed, starting with a paper towel, followed by a spritz of all-purpose cleaner. Cochran, a 20-year-old art and communication student at University of California, Santa Barbara, says the test provided a useful frame for assessing her relationship with Dicker. He thinks of them as cute, harmless activities. Wrong. That may be because Dicker, also a UCSB student, has passed most of the other tests du jour. He has failed the bird test on one occasion, however. Sometimes he'll come right away and he'll get all excited, Cochran said. And sometimes you will be looking at a sports notification on his phone and he'll hesitate.
Straight to hell.
Dump him.
Straight
Dump
to jail.
his ass,
No
sis.
trial.
I would just like to say though, I think that this is subtly I think this is just like another thread subtly undermining the sort of tenuous Cold War that exists between the genders. Because like, if you begin to see like any potential, I don't know,
Any potential interaction with your partner, as something not only fraught, but like grounds to, again, like play out this Cold War. I think like your relationship isn't going that well if you're just waiting for like verification that like, oh, well, I always knew he wouldn't peel the orange.
So like,
it strikes me as it's like a sinister and kind of childish, like a very, what's the word, transactional way to view. But like that's what it, heterosexual relationships du jour are for on
they're
TikTok.
transactional.
Yeah, they're transactional.
I don't know. It's just like, imagine like you're not busy, you're not doing anything, and then you just present like an orange on like a platter, and you're just like, peel this from me. I'd be like, you got hands, bitch. What the fuck?
I feel like what would really hold you back is I would not present you with the orange. I feel like, we're both in our day-to-day spots on the couch, and then I ask you to go peel the orange. That would involve you walking to the kitchen first.
Not gonna do it. Never gonna fold. Never gonna fold. Stay strong. Stay strong, fellas. Stay strong, fellas. No, but like here's a little tip for boyfriends out there. The true girlfriend test is when they ask you what you want for dinner.
Oh,
or rather, they're asking you, what do I want for dinner? And then you have to cycle through.
And usually she doesn't know either.
Well, like the test.
I know what doesn't sound good. I don't know what sounds good though.
The true girlfriend test is knowing the exact right meal that she wants, but isn't able to articulate or doesn't know. And there's many ways to fail that test.
No lies detected.
The reason I don't like own a gun is because of like times figuring out how to order food with a woman.
Yeah.
It's just awful. You can't you can't even take charge. You can't be like, we're having it from there. No, they use the wrong type of flour.
Well, boys, no one is stopping you from making your own social media viral relationship test. Testing women.
What would be a boyfriend test?
My test for women would be like that show, Deadliest Warrior. I would have different types of girlfriends fight each other to see who's the champion.
That's good. Oh, so basically it's a test for girlfriends.
Yeah, a test for girlfriends. What would be the male equivalent?
My version of this is like mumbling under my breath next to Molly for a while, being like, I just don't know what to do because I'm looking at this RCA to USB-C cord and I just don't know if it's going to work for both input and output, and I don't know how to connect this USB speaker to a mixing board. But do you think I should just go ahead and order it? And then just like 30 seconds of silence go by, and then I'm like, Molly,
you failed.
Do you know what I was just talking about? I was just talking to you about an important question in my life.
Yeah, an important, complex question. Or Will he's like, you can't talk to Will before 2 p.m. in the afternoon when he's had like his coffee and, a lot of internet time.
I know, I've been up for 6 hours.
Yeah, basically. And so like he loves to like swear under his breath a lot, like at any just the slightest inconvenience, like we're out of coffee and then he's like, oh, fuck, shit. And so, I've just learned to stop reacting because when we first got together, I'd be like, hey, what's wrong? That was me failing the girlfriend to contest.
Yeah, nothing's wrong. I've just experienced a minor inconvenience and I'm spiraling into a rage and depression.
Yeah.
What I do is I leave a full bedpan in my bed. And if it's cleaned and she doesn't allude to it at all, I realize she's perfect for me. Yeah.
Chris, where are we at on time?
We are at about 108.
Oh my God.
Okay, wow, time flies when you're having fun.
Felix, would you peel the orange?
Yeah, but it's a special kit. Like I have this really cool Tonto that I have for opening boxes. It's a 14-inch K-bar knife, and it's all black. It's incredibly cool. I've been dreaming about using it on like a home intruder, but that's not going to happen.
But you and every other man.
So citrus fruits are your only closest analog to the human head.
No, I just use it for like whenever I break down boxes to recycle them. I have a lot of fun doing that. But, if I was called upon to peel an orange using that, I would love to. I have a goal item of there's a 50,000
goal item?
Yeah, a goal item that if I make a certain amount under a year in the next few years, there is a historically certified wakizashi that I will buy, a samurai short sword, and I would love to peel oranges with that thing.
So I mean,
it's good. That's a good goal.
I'm thinking here about like
keep grinding.
What my boyfriend test is, and it's ask your girlfriend about Operation Overlord. or any of the major engagements of World War II. And if they talk to you about it, or if they, if they are able to maintain interest in talking about, the Vikings, medieval history, or any of the major.
But she doesn't have to, critically, she doesn't have to know about it. She just has to be interested in you talking about
and
it.
Catherine, you've passed with flying colors.
Thank you. Also, never asking your boyfriend, what are you thinking?
Oh,
that's an instant
that's
fail.
instant fail.
Yeah. I feel that one all the time.
I'm thinking about you, baby.